Good afternoon, everyone. Pleasure to be back at Ecosummit. Last time was, I think, 2 years ago. We are Insolight. I'm Laurent Coulot, CEO and co-founder. We are a company in Switzerland specialized in agrivoltaic projects. My goal today is to update you on what happened on those last 2 years in terms of deployments and also pipeline, and of course discuss the fundraising. Here we go. So the whole goal of agrivoltaics is to combine two infrastructures. One is solar installation, as you know, and the other one is greenhouse, plastic tunnels, and hail nets. The reason is that it's land use. Solar needs lots of deployment, needs lots of space, and in Western Europe, it starts to get constrained. If you just look at berries and orchards, which are cultures that like to be protected, we are talking about a potential of 900 gigawatts. So it may sound like a niche, but it's actually not. It can really contribute to the energy transition. And of course, you need to combine both infrastructures into a single tool, so you need know-how both on the agri side and on the energy side. And that's the value Insolight provides with both hardware and software. We play legal with commoditized components that come either from the PV industry or from the greenhouse industry to do an innovative agronomic tool, but that generates electricity at a good IRR. And the software aspect to pilot this is key because you want, at the same time, to simulate light, microclimate below the installation, also the energy production, and have crop model that allows you to make some prediction of whether or not it's going to be a good installation on the agronomic side. Agrivoltaic is twofold, two sides, same for the value proposition. You need to talk to farmers about yield, frost protection, hail protection, as well as heat waves protection. And of course, for PV, you need to talk IRR. The only thing that matters is how much you can secure a good tariff, what is your return payback time. So those are the two things that we try to master at Insolight to provide value on both sides. And it's really a Swiss compromise to find the right balance. Let's talk about the deployment. So we deployed last year 1.6 megawatt across 5 projects. I will quickly run through them. One of them was done in Switzerland, in Wallis, with raspberries and strawberry production beneath. We produced 7 tons of berries. And the interesting part is that we also involve corporate partners, in this case Migros, to distribute the fruits in 22 shops. So as said before, very important to involve other value chain partners. Another example is in France, with one of very renowned strawberry production that produces it in a closed environment, very controlled. Or this greenhouse example, also in Switzerland, that is our biggest project so far. So things are getting big, it's infrastructure assets. Now comes the pipeline. So while we're doing those deployments, we have developed a relationship with farmers to access lands and develop a pipeline of projects to be built in the future. We have 200 megawatts under negotiation, and 60 of those are already signed and under development. So that represents a volume of 80 million euros. And of course, things are getting very financial, as we need on one side to finance, to keep on financing our development effort in a Series B. That's what you see on the right-hand side. We will raise 15 million to basically scale further the pipeline to several hundreds of megawatts. And at the same time, we need to find solutions to roll out assets. And there are multiple options. One is to assemble an asset co, but you can also, we're also keen to explore strategic partnership to flip the asset in an automated framework. And the whole thing is to have, again, this balance between IRR and the value you provide for farmers, because regulations for agrivoltaics gives you a good tariff, but the conditions is that the agronomic tool has to be good. Finally, a last word on the impact. Agrivoltaic is amazing in terms of impact because you are on one side doing climate change mitigation, like any solar installation, but you're also doing climate change protection. As you may know, cultures are suffering heavily from heat waves and global warming. So by acting on both sides, you can really tackle multiple SDGs with a single solution. So that's the closing note. Very happy to have more discussions with you. And thanks a lot, Jan, for the organization of this wonderful event. Thank you, everyone.